Another very difficult sequence was the forest battle. More fighting, not so much dialogue, but it's supposed to be like way up there, like it's an Akira Kurosawa battle scene in a Japanese film of great proportion.
Michael gave us the mandate that these are not going to be big lumbering robots that, require a lot of effort to get around. They're agile martial art experts. He had a great team of previs artists down in LA. Took 3 artists like a month to put this together, and we tried to go overboard a little bit with how much fighting was in the previs that we did, so Michael would have a slew of things that he could choose from.
Of course, what's difficult is that we'll do the animatic and it's kind of on a virtual set. And then you get out there onto the real set and this is the space you've got. So you start adjusting and covering plates, and we even shoot virtual backgrounds to make sure that we can still get the shots that Michael wanted to from the animatic, just in case the real space didn't quite work for what we needed.
Michael had always been pretty specific about wanting flaming trees in the background, particulate flaming debris in the air. The robots are massive. They're 40 to 60 feet high, so we need them kicking dirt up at every step. So we had to go out and shoot a lot of that. We also had to do a lot of digimat work or paint work on the ground to have footfalls, scuffs in the ground that the robots leave behind as they fight. So that was a lot of work on our end.
It's pretty fun to work on beating the crap out of Optimus in this movie. I'll kind of take a look at, all the punches and hits that they take during a sequence, and then sort of come up with the end amount of damage and really just mess them up. And then I'll sort of go back and remove things in each stage, and we try to limit the number of stages because you don't really see everything in every shot. So I think with Optimus we had 4 stages of damage.
So over the course of the sequence, you'll see he acquires more and more damage, and that's done through model, like breaking the glass in his windshields or damaging his face, and then incredible paint work of dirt, streaks, those grass stuck in his helmet like football players have after they get tackled, just looking at lots of fight reference and figuring out the best elements that we could show to show the progress in the sequence and show that he is getting worn down until its big conclusion.
That's looking good.
Okay, good.
I love the grass hanging on it, guys.
Yeah.
Look at that. You gotta put that shit on there.
We ended up doing a ton of simulation on this show because Michael, he requires the highest level of realism that we can give. And that means, when somebody gets hit by, a giant tank round, that part of them would blow up, and he wants to see that. If something splashes into water, he wants to see that. If something blows up, he wants to see real looking smoke. And if we're cutting down trees and smashing trees in the forest, he wants to see those things moving like they really would. We have an aircraft carrier that we had to blow up, that we had to fracture in multiple places. The planes on the deck, all individually had to be broken and fractured. The planes had to be able to flip over. There were helicopters.
It's easy to forget that everything in this shot, absolutely everything, had to be accounted for and built and textured and provided to be simulated and lit and dropped into the water.
Once Michael Bay saw the planes and the helicopters, we had to add more. We had to add chains. We had to have people, falling off and trying to hang on to the boat for dear life. You can see that he's having so much fun. He really likes this stuff as much as we do. When Michael came to visit once, we were showing him some of the destruction that we were doing, and Michael kind of laughed and said, "Do you have a team of people doing this kind of stuff all day?" And we said, "Yeah, we have a whole team of people just blowing stuff up." And he said, "If I worked here, I would work on that team."